The world is in the presence of God. In the presence of God, let us not commit crimes and sins. Greetings to the breath nation of Iran and the lofty and flourishing foundation of the Iranian monarchy.
At the beginning of my remarks, I find it necessary to recount two important truths that one of the veteran soldiers of this country, Captain and Commander of the Imperial Iranian Navy, Mr. Ushank Samadi Nasab, expressed in these conversations with the media.
The first truth is that in the dark revolution of 57, حلایواد سیاریات مسددش مستو محمد رضا شاه پهلوی یک شهنشاه ایران بر دو اریامر یک دمدغای اشتمی که جنرال استفت بد ایمپریال ایرانیان آرمی یک د اربار باتول رسپانسیبال کنترولینگ د پروتست زن دمانستریشنز با د ایرانیان پیپل یعنی و موتورهای not to use live ammunition یعنی not to label the people as adversaries, combatants, seditionists, rioters و corruptors on earth.
They did not label the protest and revolution of the Iranian people as sedition and unrest, but rather heard the voice of the Iranian people's revolution.
This was because Muhammad Reza Shah Pahlavi knew that under Articles 26 and 35 of the Constitutional Law of Iran, the ownership and sovereignty of the political and governance structures of the country, including the imperial foundation of Iran, belonged to the Iranian nation, and the king himself, as the monarch of this country, was the executor and agent of the will of the great Iranian nation.
But the second truth that deserves mention is stating this fact that in the 8-year imposed war, if it weren't for the remnants of the Imperial Air Force and the truly brave pilots of the army and the students of Ravi, Jahabani, Khosrodad and Ayat Mohagegi, we wouldn't have Iran. But aside from the above matters, in the position of the claimant of the faith and the story of the great nation of Iran, addressing all military, law enforcement, security and judicial forces of the unholy system of the clerical nation and all those who, over the past 47 dark years, have labeled Iranian citizens opposing and protesting the constitution and governance method of the unholy system as adversaries, combatants, seditionists, rioters and corruptors on earth and the like. And with the suppression of the protests of the Iranian people and fabricating cases and crimes and injustice for the truly rightful protesters of this land over the years, it has caused the continuation of the dark shadow of this criminal regime over the fate of this nation, tearing from the deposed and criminal Supreme Leader. And the immediate perpetrators down to the field forces on the streets should know that if they attempt to turn the rightful protest and revolution of the Iranian people to move past the unholy regime and the false rule of the clergy into chaos and disorder and suppress them, and if they fabricate charges against the people who have nothing but their voice in the official national flag of the Lion and Son of Iran, and subject them to injustice and oppression, they are warned and notified.
They should know that even if they are considered pure, innocent and virtuous, they are enemies of the Iranian nation and traitors and criminals against the rights of this nation, and they deserve to be killed.
All the noble people of Iran have the right, in the event of such a situation, and if His Majesty Reza Shah II Pahlavi deems it necessary and announces it through the media, to engage in armed struggle to overthrow the corrupt and criminal system of the guardianship of the Islamic duelists and against the mercenary oppressors. The promotion and dissemination of this statement is considered an act of sacrifice and struggle for the enlightenment and greatness of the Iranian nation. Long live the Kaviani banner and the shining lion and sun emblem of Iran. Long live freedom, long live Iran. Long live the Shah, member of the Imperial Iranian Armed Forces and servant, supporter and claimant of the great nation of Iran, Colonel of the Imperial Iranian Air Force, Ebrahim Aghaie Komazani, on the 20th of Aban, year 2584 of the Imperial calendar, and peace.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.